Lee through to the next round. We made hard work of it last week, but got the job done today.
Exactly, that's what it was about. It was embarrassing last week, absolutely embarrassing, but it was all about getting through. Got through today, and that's what matters. 3-0, said 3-0 before the game, that's it, done and dusted. Don't matter about last week now. Don't matter about the embarrassment of last week, because all it was all about was getting through to the next round, and that's what we've done.
And I've been asking everybody about Mesut Ozil. I have to ask it. That last guy was saying to me, "Why am I asking a question?" Because it's the thing that's on everybody's lips. Everybody was anxious to see him play. What would he be like over 90 minutes? He put in a shift over the 90 minutes. What did you make of him today?
Well, listen, it's how I see it, and this is what I see it from there. When you lose 1-0 in BATE and he doesn't play, it says everything. You know what I mean? It says everything, and what I would say now is he's come in today, we've won 3-0. I'm not saying it's all down to Mesut Ozil, but it says something. What
does he add?
Well, he adds a little bit of creativity. I've got to say that. He's very, very good on the ball, and at the end of the day, when you lose to BATE 1-0 and he's not playing, the manager's got no choice but play him today, and that's what's happened. What I would say is the worrying thing from it all now is you've got to get some continuity in the side, and there'll be about 3 or 4 changes come Sunday. Now, whether we'll be one of them, that's another issue.
Would you start him on Sunday?
Yeah, I would do now. I think that you've got to. There's 2 ways to look at it now. You either back him or you don't. Now, at the end of the day, when the manager turns round, Robbie, and says, "I'm leaving him out for tactical reasons at West Ham," and you lose 1-0, you're putting yourself under all sorts of pressure. You're putting yourself under all sorts of pressure. Then, when you go to BATE and lose 1-0 and you don't play him, and then you then change your subjects and change around and turn around and say, well, it's not about tactics, it's about he's not been working hard in training. You're putting yourself under all sorts of pressure. So what I feel the manager's got to do now is he's got to play him and put the pressure on Mesut Ozil, not Emery. That's how I feel it is. Today we've got a 3-0 win. Listen, whether Mesut Ozil was playing today or not, do you think we wouldn't have won that game today? Of course we would have won that game. It's a formality. We're now I look at it now, Mesut Ozil plays against Southampton, he plays against Bournemouth, and that gets his match fitness up, and then when he goes to Wembley, he has to do the business, and if he doesn't do the business, then Emery's right to leave him out after that. But that's how I see it.
So a run of games for you where he can get his fitness up, play some good football, and then we see where he really is at against Tottenham.
We see it exactly. Not only him, we exactly see where the team is going on to that game, because I'm not being horrible, we should beat Southampton and we should beat Bournemouth at home. I'm not saying that we will, but we should. He should get us a bit of fitness up, and I think what Emery has got to do, and this is the one thing that I'm a little bit critical of Emery at the moment, is that he's not got a consistent team. You know what I mean? Like, he keeps changing things. Does he bring back Lacazette for this game? You know what I mean? Does Ramsey come into the side? People keep saying to me about Ozil. Well, can someone tell me what's the point of signing Suarez if he's just going to get little bits of cameos? When we could have actually gone and got a central defender in the transfer window. They're all the little things that you've got to ask. But for me, Mesut Ozil plays on Sunday against Southampton. Win that game. He then plays against Bournemouth, and then I want to see him and all the Mesut Ozil supporters, right? So no, that's right. Let's just justify it when he produces a performance against Spurs. Now, I don't think any Arsenal fan would not want him to produce a performance at White Hart Lane at Wembley. And if he does that, then so be it, and fantastic. You know what I mean? But I think that it's a little bit unfair to judge him on tonight, because straight away people are going to turn around and say, "Oh, it's only BATE." But when you look at it, Robbie, let's be honest, it was only BATE last week, and the players let him down. They didn't let him down today. But come on, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's talking about, it's Mesut Ozil today. He never influenced that game one way or the other today. That was a good thing for him to get his fitness back up. But what I'm looking at now is that he gets his fitness up in the next 2 games, and when we play Manchester United here and Tottenham away from home, I want to see Mesut stick the stats up your arse. Right, I want to see him doing it on the field and putting us into a position for 350 grand a week to get us into the top 4. Because I do believe after Sunday, going into the game against Bournemouth, right, we will be in 4th place. And going into the game against Tottenham, we shall be in 4th place. And then he has now got to be instrumental, like the rest of the guys, to make sure that we stay now.